I have in my hand the architectural plans for the men's staff lactation room in Hennepin County. I think at the Hennepin County Government Center. It's either that or it's in Plymouth. But it's about 15, 20 pages of architectural plans for the men's lactation center. And I'm relieved. I was uncomfortable with there not being one.
These are the issues that plague us here.
They do. They plague us, and I'm grateful that we finally have this. But I have a question. If you're pretending to be a woman and you're breastfeeding, why in the hell do you need your own room?
Wait, what?
If you think you're breastfeeding and you're a man, why do you need your own room to do it in? Why can't you be with the gals?
Well, the gals probably wouldn't be comfortable, is my guess.
Well, the gals are. We have to let men pretending they're women into women's locker rooms. You mean to tell me we can't lactate together?
It doesn't. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works.
Is lactate where you go to pump?
Yep. Or feed.
Depending upon how good you are.
Well, here it is. I don't know what it's costing the taxpayers. Here's the sheaf. Is it sheaf? Sheaf of papers.
You know,
Not
one of the
sheath,
most
I know
popular items that ever was introduced by Hubbard was when My Talk introduced the lactation station at their booth at the state fair.
True.
It was very, very popular and inventive at its time.
I bet. And I bet no men used it.
They're not allowed in there.
Oh, Reavers popped his head in there every once in a while just to make sure things were.
I tested the policy.
Yeah, we tried to crash there one night. That was denied.
The
Get
security
wrestled to the
breach.
I have a completely different concern about this, Joe.
All right.
Maybe one you hadn't thought about because you don't like to have fun. But you know how when men, it's time to go to the bathroom, we'll say something like, "Oh, I gotta go like a racehorse," or "My back teeth are floating," or "I gotta see a man about a horse."
Right. I got to drop a few Swedes off at the train station.
What do you do if you're going into the men's lactation? My nips are dripping. What do you?
Yeah, that's a good one. You'd have to,
Well, we got to come up with a whole new set of phrases.
I got a bosom bomb. Something's coming up. I'm
See, and now men
leaking oil.
Men like to have fun, so I would say we could turn it into a contest. See if you could hit like a Slurpee cup at 10 paces, that kind of stuff.
Jesus, Kenny.
Those are the.
That's what happens when you introduce a topic of this nature.
Did we started the show, right?
Yeah, we did.
Well, I'm just telling you, are you grateful, Rook, finally to have a men's lactation room, Hennepin County?
Yeah, being a busty male,
Yes.
I didn't know I could go in there and have some light reduction.
I think it's fantastic, and I think it's
Ample,
about
thank you.
time. I think it's equitable, and I think it's just wonderful. I'm happy.
Look what I can do.
Yeah.
Make them wink.
I think it's hilarious what the world has become.
I think the world's fun.
Yeah, you're right, Kenny. We're one giant freaking clown show.
It's just so stupid that it's just fun.
Well,
it's just
along
ridiculous.
those lines, I heard on the news today. I turn on the news at the top of the hour as though I'm a ship at sea and I'm calling all others. I heard that this is how, sometimes all we do is groan and complain about the United States.
Yes.
Here's how good we have it. This made the national news that restaurants are concerned that people are eating smaller portions. And the people are the customers are now beginning to fight back in the restaurant saying, I want a smaller portion. I don't want to be charged the same amount as I would pay for a large portion. So pricing and portion is in flux in your restaurant industry. There is a group, John, see if you can find it. It's called the Proportional. There's a group called the Proportional Activist Group or something. But there's a group that what they do when they get up in the morning, what they do for a living is that they deal with the proportions of food you get in a restaurant. That's the mark of a good country. We used to say that's the mark of a troubled country. That's a mark of a country that's lost its way. Its rudder fell off.
Yeah,
no,
right.
This is the mark of an extraordinarily gifted, wealthy country that has so many problems solved. We can argue about the proportions served in a restaurant.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
We're doing you're
okay.
darn tootin' we are.
Golly gee.
Thanks, Wally.
Proportional advocates or
There's a cafe in town that serves a breakfast dish called the Matterhorn that's so big.
How
and
big
filled
How
with-
big is it?
Filled with so much meat that I usually have a heart attack halfway through.
do you?
And I got to sit back, towel off, and then really, really rally to finish.
You got
the
to
rest
power
of it.
through.
Why
yeah.
don't you just take half of it home,
And do what with it?
then eat it the next day?
Oh no, I don't. We don't. No.
Well, I just think, in fact, everything that comes up today, I'm going to try to look at it with that positive spin. This country is so good.
How
and so
good is it?
that we can stress out. This country has it so good that we're building at great expense, which we can afford.
Sure. We got nothing
A
but money.
men's lactation room, because there's a lot of men out there that need that facility because they're pumping or they're feeding or something. Yes, you in the back.
May I ask a question? If this is a station equipped with facilities, in other words, you know how when you go to a gas station or the airport and you're like, oh, I'm just going to see if the family changing room is open.
Ooh.
Well, now you're
That's
being
bad juju.
okay. Not to be facetious. There's 15 pages here of detailed architectural drawings. I printed them out. Everything you can imagine you'd need
Like get a haircut, all
for
sorts of stuff.
lactation.
While you're-
Here's a grab bar, and here's this toilet, and here's a
My-
sink, and
One of my serious concerns